It's powerful, isn't it? Okay. I stop it. Oh, but those are my manobela, but the Soto de Noba, didn't the member. So do Kayo member, so do Kayo member, I know, member, so was it the member, so welcome. So then, Syria, Guru, Homo, ha ha ha, ho, and I want to talk about the Mamma. Sattva Om Bhadra Sattva Samaya Mano Banaya Bhadra Sattva Dhyana 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 Sudokaya Mimbawa Anorado Mimbawa Sarva Sedena Pranaya Sarva Pranaya Sarva Dhyana Shri Apurupum Sarva Dadan Dadan Bhadra Mami Mukha Barzim Bhava Samaya Sattva See, Ma Samaya. Ma means great, isn't it? Maha. Samaya, Samaya. Samaya. Maha Samaya. Satwa A. Satwa. Satwa is the mind, the great mind, great Samaya mind, the enlightened mind, Samaya. Is what is that? Satwa. You know? Samaya. Seba Chumbo. Tamji Seba Chumbo. Great Mahasamaya Sattva. Means is unborn. Unborn means spacious mind, emptiness. Then when you say, when you talk, when you make sound, you have to make some effort. No. Ka, that's A, B, no. Walk. You have to make effort. But when you make this sound, is the least effort. You make the least effort. The manifestation, everything dissolve into the It's Just relax into that. When the lot of thoughts coming in your mind, you see what to do, what not to do, all these things. And you just say, So all the thoughts just bring into the and that let see that when you're dying, so this all dissolves like going to sleep. You cannot see, you cannot hear, everything. Then you go to sleep. Like that, when you will die, first dissolve into emptiness. And from within emptiness, everything manifests. You go to sleep like a dead. And from within the sleep, when all your dreams are manifesting, everything's coming and going. Oh, just dissolve. You are daylight, in the daytime you walk hard, keep busy, and then becomes dark night. All dissolves. Then next day you get up, become busy, Just keep repeating. You see, everything's just cycle. It's just cycle, life after life, life after life, just cycle. We don't realize. Bombs, like say, you count from first month, go to 12 months, and start again from the one. You see, day, from first day, 30 or 31st, again start from one. See, week, from Monday to Sunday, again start from Monday. You can't go further. There's no special go to further. But we don't realize. Day, morning to evening, next day again, 12 o'clock, from 1 to 12, minute, from 60 minutes, again from first minute, second, from first second to the 32nd. Oh, it's a cycle. You just can go anywhere, all over the world, you see. 12 months, 31st day, 7 days week. We're born and die. Then within that, we just cycle, repeat, same thing, So that's why I say to me when you say, that cycle is to start. The vicious cycle, is stopped through this wisdom. And then the suffering is stopped. Yeah. So now I'm reading the verse 4 this morning. The root of all good qualities and foundation of all trainings is to accept the three jewels as a supreme refuge. See, so to take refuge, first, as mentioned, we have to contemplate about the suffering. To really get the refuge, understanding the refuge, taking refuge, the Buddha Dharma Sangha. First, we have to understand about the suffering, as I mentioned, and the cause of suffering. The first Four Noble Truth. The first two from the Four Noble Truth. The truth of the suffering, the truth of the truth of the cause of suffering. Get to understand it well. We take refuge to any when you come to the in point. People take refuge sometimes in the tree, rocks, split rocks, lakes, mountain. There's sometimes this very ancient mountain, there's some spirits, entities is very important for the country, for the valley, for this village, for this town, and the people go there, take refuge to those. So, or some they take refuge in this is all we call our our local deities. And most in the Samsara, we take refuge in these three poses this morning I mentioned, When your attachment becomes so strong, the attachment, as I mentioned, we just follow. We are so obedient about our attachment to get what we want, or anger, hatred. We are just follow after them, and then we suffer. It seems like we are taking refuge, If I do this, I will really have now something good. If I destroy my enemy, I'll be happy. But then if you destroy one enemy, there comes another two enemies. When you destroy two enemies, there comes four enemies, one after another. So there's no ending. Simply mission Nambashin. That should be Yominas. And the Buddha Avatar mentioned. The unruly beings in the world is countless. So there's no way to subjugate them. But if you take care of one, that your own mental afflictions, the deluded ignorance, if you take care of that, then it's all are taken care of. Just for example, so when you walk on the field full of thorns, and your foot is bare foot, and how much you can find a piece of leather to cover all the place, not possible. Yet, if you just cover your feet, then you walk around anywhere. It's like as if it's covered whole the place. So the mind, as I mentioned, in the teaching of the mind is so precious. Our mind, you see, so, it's called oxymoron, so contradictory yourself. One side mind says something, other side says mind something, and you see back and forth. That's the one that we have to take care of. But we have to repeat this, hearing this again and again. So these are like reading the songs of Milarepa, Bodhicitta Avatara, other song, wonderful teaching. Then when you see these things, then you see Buddha is the only one. There's not just one person, you see. Buddha is who's enlightened, awakened mind, okay? Otherwise it becomes that we just want Buddha, becomes very narrow mind. This is just open mind, open your mind. You have to be very wise and have to have such a precision understanding. And you say, oh, yes, Buddha is that one we take refuge. And then to become Buddha, what we should do? We take refuge in Dharma. To practice Dharma, what we should do is Sangha practitioner. That's why when we make food offering, what do we say? Dompa lame sanje Rinpoche, Gyoba lame Tamju Rinpoche, Deba lame Kendi Rinpoche. Dompa lame first you say. Dompa means teaching. Lame means answer pass. The answer pass, precious teaching is the Buddha. How to cross the border of the samsara. Taught. All the teachings that Buddha taught. But as a mission, Buddha cannot take us, say you go to enlightenment. Now what we should do? We practice study, practice Dharma. So, Gyobalame, the answer pass protector, is the Dharma, the precious Dharma. Dharma is not just so say some prayers, but you have to study. It's called 3 training as a mission. This is the Dharma. Or in other words, the study and practice true. First you study the 3 training, and then follow the path of the 3 training. See, that's the Dharma. It's like food you eat. The cook will not give you to become full. Oh, today I made such a wonderful cook. Now I'm full. You don't say. The cook is food, cooked food so deliciously. Now the cook is so good, the food is so delicious, I eat, I enjoy, and I digest the food. So the Dharma is like food. The cook is like the teacher, Buddha. See, sometimes we call doctor a skilled doctor, medical doctor. A skilled medical doctor is the Buddha. And the medicine is like the Dharma. And the skilled this nurse is like is a Sangha. So when you have some problems, you go to see the doctor. And doctor will diagnose all your problems. The skilled doctor. And then doctor prescribed what's good for you. You need to do this, including giving the medicines. You eat this, you can eat this is food. You should behave this way. Prescribed. This is a prescription, isn't it? Make sense? Okay. Then doctor will also, what he will do or she will do, prescribe. You know the word prescribe. So don't do this is not good for you. So you follow on doctor. The doctor prescribe me to do all these things. Doctor as well, doctor is prescribed. Also, I should avoid all things not good for my health. That's the Buddha's teaching is about. It's not that Buddhist thing, or Buddhism, you should say, It's not a Buddhism, it's the universal. When Buddha said, don't do this means it's not good for you. See, Saint Buddha says, don't take life. Don't take things from others which is not given to you. Nobody appreciates you. And not good because something's wrong with your mind. And that becomes the cause of the suffering. Then you know, sometimes you see, why? Why it makes sense to make negative karma if you kill an insect? What's wrong with that? You know? People think, you know, why skull is non-virtue is cause of suffering? Why? It's okay. Not just, you know, because they don't have the wisdom to see that. Buddha can see that there's a cause of suffering. Cause of suffering for others, who is killed, and the one who's killing, that there's also create the karma for yourself. It's become a cause of suffering for both, for yourself and for other both. It becomes a cause of suffering. So Buddha said, don't take life. See? Some they will argue, you know. You know. In such, there's called the reasoning nature. Have you heard of reasoning nature? You have heard of that, isn't it? Yes. Did I say something? Yes, you did. Yes, you see. No, you know the reasoning, the natural reasoning or reasoning nature? You just look at the fire, fire is hot. Why? You said, don't touch fire, it will burn you. It's hot, burn you. And then you ask, why fire is hot? Why fire should be, why not fire should be cold? So fire is hot, so don't touch, you know. It's hot and burn you. And you can argue why fire is so hot. What do you call that? You understand the point? So those who know fire is hot, they say, don't touch, it's hot, it's burn you. Don't touch, he said. So Buddha is like that. Don't do this, it's not good for you. It will burn you, you know. It's called reasoning nature. It's own nature. It's the characteristics of the fire. It's hot, burn you. See? So the cause of the suffering is the cause of suffering. Doesn't matter who they are. Anybody, whether we know or don't know. Those who don't know fire is hot, if you touch, it will burn. If you touch, you know. So that's, you see, I'm just saying these things. Try to you understand. The Buddha's teaching is not something Buddha created. It's nothing to the culture, belief system. It's the universal reality nature. So we who are interested, so you will not waste your time. You will pursue. You try to understand. So there's no alternative. You know, I must follow. I try everything just to get understand and practice myself, the Dharma teaching. When you could do this, then after some time, you appreciate, you really rejoice. Okay? So when these things establish yourself, then the taking refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha really makes the sense. Buddha's teachings is the mind. Even now, there are a lot of psychologists I know. They're so much interested with this teaching. They study a lot, They're getting a lot out of Buddha's teaching. But still, if they don't practice, you don't get enough. See, those who take refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha and put into practice, and it's like food. You're eating food, you get the digestion. Some psychologists, psychiatrists, they study a lot on Buddha's teaching, because they're getting so much information, but still they're limited. So when you practice this, then you will get complete. So that's why again the true is foundation of all the training is to accept the three jewels as a supreme refuge. Also taking refuge, there are many layers. At the beginning, you see, as well as an ordinary individual, so something Buddha's outside there. Dharma is there to study. And the Sangha is there. So we take refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha at the outside. Then you go to the deeper meaning. It's not just outside there. Go into Father. I have to bring into my heart. You visualize Buddha Dhamma Sangha dissolve into you, purify your body and mind, step by step. Then look at your own mind. Your mind itself is not outside. That wisdom is the Buddha. That awareness is the Dharma. That which helps us to progress is the Sangha. It's not outside, it's in. So then you look inside. Then you look at the other, as mentioned, the other side of the mind. There's still some limitation of the attachment, aversion of creations, of purify, through that practice. And then you see, so you can see Buddha's not outside. Dharma is not outside there, but within in. See, it becomes more kind of more, say, your Buddha is touching your Buddha nature, relating to your Buddha nature. See. So there's a say it's called accepting three jewels as a supreme refuge. All the instructions, both coarse and subtle, without exception. Coarse means first, rough, little kind of coarse, general, we should say general teachings. So how to avoid the cause of suffering, what the Buddha said, don't do these things. We just follow that, practice that. When Buddha said, do these things, you follow that. It's a mission. When Buddha prescribed, you follow that. And when Buddha said, prescribe, to avoid those. And see, when you come to this practice of loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, your mind becomes more subtle, more continuosity, everything changing, transforming yourself. And when it's dissolved into emptiness, it's called subtle practice. Then there's no such called negative thoughts to avoid. There's no such called, no virtuous thought to accept because your mind itself is in that nature. Because the negative thought itself is emptiness. It's not exist something independently. No. All transform. So this is many steps. This is the power of the mind. As I mentioned, mind is complex. That's about that. Mind is so complex. It's not easy something, you know. It's a brain, you measure the brain there, you know, it's more than that. So much. So because of it, without exception, to hold them as dear as your own life is my heartfelt advice. So Dharmakirti is sincerely say, as Buddha, as mentioned, Dharmakirti is also say, I wish everybody can practice this. Because his bodhicitta mind, you know, just, you know, wishing everybody free from the suffering, achieve the enlightenment. So this is my heartfelt words. See? So how much you cherish your life. We sacrifice a lot of things for our life to protect our life. How much we do to protect our life, our eyes. No. So same way, avoiding all the non-virtues, and practicing all the precious teachings into your heart is protecting your life. Not just for this life, life after life, life after life. As today I want peace and happiness, want to free from suffering. Tomorrow I also will need same. Next week I also will make effort as I make today. Next year, you know, all the way, always I will need peace and happiness. I will look for to free from all different types of suffering. So life after life, see. So our practice, this life, is not just for today, not for this life, to free entirely from these vicious cycles of this samsara. So meditate on this. And then you will appreciate, rejoice. I got the message. Now my mind is directly connected to the enlightenment, to free from suffering. It's not something Buddhist thing, no, a Buddhist idea. It's not something high or low. It's the reality nature. See. And you see, it's like your dream come true to yourself. Even I live one day, I'm so fortunate. I will make effort for this. Even I live 1 year, I'm so fortunate. I will make this effort. So you never come tired of this. Always you appreciate. Every day you appreciate, you rejoice. You know, go forward. Every day is the opportunity. So this precious life and the human life, now I got this, has become so meaningful. This is something that I've done something right. You appreciate. Then you can help so many people, others. Yes. So training refuge there involves also, as mentioned, the five precepts and all the rest. You see, novice monks, novice nuns, that then have full bhikshu, bhikshuni, and then also so it involves all these bodhisattvas training and vajrayana trainings, all are involved there. So this is such a big, very important teachings. This is a kind of foundation, you see. When you build a big building, let's say 30 stories building, you have to make such a foundation. That if the foundation is not good, the building will collapse just there. So when the foundation is built so well, then we just go practice. Because there are we have the history, some people they just start from the first. I want the highest teaching. Can you give me the chakra channel? I want those. Can you give me some dream teachings, dream yoga teachings? Um, yeah, I'm sure it was very popular in the way, past. They practice for some few years and then they give up. Because it never touched the mind. So here, when you make this good foundation, then it becomes so stable. You never give up. Okay. In between, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay. Then, next, verse 5. The root of all Dharma is loving kindness and compassion. So, loving kindness and compassion. Cherishing others over myself. Cherishing others over myself. The collection of aspiration and action paths. To treasure these are the precious as your own eyes and heart, and upholds them firmly. And to uphold them firmly is my heartfelt advice. 출근사와 잠깐 인지됐어. 달의 신심 민주 동대처. So to this, now as I mentioned, to practice this loving kindness, compassion, reflecting on the suffering is so crucial. As I mentioned, when Siddhartha became Buddha, fully awakened, seeing the suffering of all the sentient beings, then just his heart could not tolerate the suffering of the sentient beings. How could they have that kind of suffering? A relentless suffering, an unending suffering. And these individuals in the samsara, so ignorant, they don't know what suffering is. Especially they don't know the cause of the suffering. And nobody wants to have the suffering. there's no one in the world who enjoys the suffering. Yet they keep creating the cause of suffering. No. It's such a paradox. Samsara. See how I can help. So the loving kindness, the compassion, just rises such powerful. They never get tired to helping other sentient beings. They have no fear to helping other sentient beings. Sometimes there you see, even in the Buddhist, when you talk about the emptiness, cannot digest the meaning of the emptiness. Because when this everything is so real in your life, well, you are perceiving also is real, and you all feel yourself is real. Within that, you are attached to this, that. Then you say emptiness. Oh, no, I don't like the emptiness. See? At the same time, they don't want suffering. So because they have no mental power to penetrate the meaning of the, as mentioned, the interdependence nature. Look at this, as many other times. Look at here, in the Buddha's other mentioned. First look at here, say, I am this my body, So now, investigate first skin. The skin is product of all the dust particle. What's underneath the skin? Flesh and ligaments, all the nerve system. What's the essence there? Then investigate under this flesh, bone. Now, what's the bone? You look at, here, bone. Inside the bone marrow. Then you investigate total, go through more. What's the marrow? And what's the essence after this? You don't find any essence. You see. Why am I attached so much to this? It's just skin. It's all composed of dust particles. There's nothing that exists independently. It's like a mirage. This is just a reflection, like moon's reflection in the lake. See all this, you see. So when you see these things, then you see, when you develop this kind of great wisdom, then you will find, I'm so stupid. No. So when you see this, then you feel so relaxed, you see. Instead of seeing bad thing, you feel relaxed, you see. Because the pernicious attachment has more really thing from something to grasping, holding on. There's nothing to hold on. It's just helplessly destroyed. And when it's destroyed, you feel so relieved. You feel so peaceful, you see. Doesn't mean don't carry your body. It doesn't mean don't eat breakfast or lunch. You know, we eat breakfast, lunch as we do, and then just relax, you know, and then enjoy the Dharma practice. Then you really appreciate the Dharma. And from there comes, then you see all others who are suffering. And they are desperate to have peace and happiness. You develop such great loving kindness. When you read your ornament of liberation there, you see, at the section of the practice of loving kindness. Like in this life, mostly I should say, mother is most close to our life. Some people may have some bad experience. So my mother was very unkind. She tried to destroy my life there. Some individuals there, there's a different case. But generally, you know, not only human beings, even animals. Look at the bird, how the bird take care their eggs, chicken, you know. If there's a predator comes, she risks her life to protect her chicken, you know. Just naturally, you see. Insects, was a small insect, when she lays her eggs, how delicately she take care out of love. That's how they survive. If they don't have that kind of caring, they cannot survive. No. So our body is here. Our mother took care of this. And then she went to such great hardship to protect the life. If you go to some poor country, she begs, carrying her child on her lap, and just, you know, says, please give me some, I need, my child is hungry, you know, can you please? So she sacrificed herself for the child. So like this, look at for my body's benefit, how much my mother went through difficulties. And it's not just only this life. I come from limitless lifetime. All sentient beings has been my mother. May add just along that way to develop loving kindness to all sentient beings. Equally, this transcends the attachment. Attachment is basically for your own benefit. For selfish reasons, you have attachment, not to really help others. So develop that kind of loving kindness, how I can do things for others. Also, that's one reason, but also look at this, you see. I sustain here, like me, I can come here and give talk. These all conditions are provided by others. You know? I'm eating a bowl of food, the rice, food, vegetable, is the collection of many people's effort. So my sustaining my life depends on others. Like business people look, you know, say business people that become so rich, they become rich because of what? Because of others. The other people buy their products, they make a profit, they become rich. The politicians who become officers, as a democracy elected by the people. Without people, how they can become head of the state? Look at if you go to a desolate place, a desert, there's nothing, nobody there. You say how you can become rich, how you can become famous. You become famous because of others. You become rich because of others. You see, how is everything's interdependent? If you do good, help others, and people appreciate more, and you become better. If you just, take advantage of others, then it's your fault. It's a result of your negative karma. Then you fall down. You see, it's causality. So that's why you say, look at this, and develop such a great loving kindness to all others. To do this as a measure, we have to understand the suffering of sentient beings, the causality of the karma. This all are not just a Buddhist belief or Buddhism, but this is the Buddha's wisdom, how everything functions. See. So when you look at our mind, when we have a pernicious attachment in our heart, how much suffering is there? No peace. Or when there's anger in your heart, how much pain is there? Suffering is there, you see. Look at that. On the other hand, when you have such a mind, you want everybody to be so happy, peaceful. Even intellectually, you just relax there, meditate. Get out of all this entanglement. And then you see how much the peace you have in the mind. See. It makes sense? Look at this, look at it in your heart, in your mind. That's the Dharma practice, you see. Practical, reality nature, how do you can practice Dharma? That's what you can. So that's what it's foundation, see. The root of all Dharma, the root of all your practicing Dharma is loving kindness and compassion, see. So that's why you read the jewel ornament of liberation intersection of their loving kindness and the compassion. See, will come up and express so beautifully, such a complete manner. And he said that there's a loving kindness, generally looking at the sentient beings that everyone desires for peace and happiness. Because of that, you develop that mind, meditate. And then what are the causes for peace, the loving kind? What are the cause of peace and happiness? All the virtuous deeds, practicing loving kindness itself is the cause for peace and happiness. Practice of compassion, practice of bodhicitta, practice of emptiness, this all are cause for peace and happiness. You develop that in your mind. See. When these are developed in your mind, how much great peace is there, and there's no fear, you see. And then you are ready to smile to anybody you see. In such courage you could achieve. When you have heard of Angulimala? Angulimala, who killed 999 people at the time of Buddha. Angulema means the finger. He made a finger necklace where he killed each individual and then put in his necklace. So his teacher his teacher told him, if within a week, if you can kill 1,000 people, and you will achieve such a great realization. And he thought that's not a good idea. May not be. He asked his teacher, is this really the right thing to do? And his teacher was so upset. I'm telling you, I'm teacher, you are my student. You have to do this. Something magic, black magic. So then, without choice, he's just starting from that day, then he was killing. The last day, he could kill 999. Now he's missing one. He's looking everywhere to find the last person, because everybody's escaped, running away, from him. And he has such a sharp knife, and with the knife, he's running up to. Then from distance, he saw a monk, which is Buddha. So yes, now I have to kill this person. And he was running. This whole week he was running. He was so tired, exhausted, but he was so, now has a lot of fear. If I miss today one person, then I'll miss all. So he was running, and then he shouted, oh, you just wait for me. And Buddha, that what he saw as a monk, yes, I was waiting for you, but you are just kept running. When he heard that, his mind caused something strange, This is really strange. I'm waiting for you, but you are running and running. What that mean? And then again he continues to run. Finally he reached to that monk. And Buddha was standing in front of him with his knife, And why you said this, I'm waiting for you, you're running. And Buddha said, still he doesn't know he's a Buddha, because you got a wrong message, so you're running in the wrong direction for suffering, and I'm here for you, And still he got his knife in his hand. So are you not afraid of me? And Buddha said, no, I'm not afraid of you, but you have a lot of fear. No. So to these things, when he received this message, then he's totally, something changed his mind. Because he got the message, direct message. Then he dropped the knife on the ground. Please help me, what I'm doing, where I am now. Then Buddha introduced, I'm Buddha. You are in the wrong hand. by killing the people, you will achieve nothing but only suffering. Then he cried. See, when Buddha showed that I'm not afraid of you, just that moment was such a strong kind of message. I thought people are running out of me, suffering so much, but not this monk. So all this is just what he was thinking and message he was receiving. Then he bowed down. He took refuge in Buddha. I made such a big mistake. Please help me. Don't let me go to the hell realm. No, I created karma to go to hell realm. No doubt. No, you say no. And Buddha said, yes, you did. But you should regret, remorse for what you did. You should have such a strong remorse, purify. So then Buddha gave all the instructions, meditate. And because of just such a great remorse he has, if I die before this purification, definitely I'll go to heaven. So it's such strong kind of resolving power and reliance on the Buddha's instruction. So then he achieved Arhat. And his name was called Ahimsa. He became such a great healer in that area. So you see, so with this word, I'm talking about practice of making others suffering. You are creating suffering for yourself. So Dharma practice is always you just make effort. At first, it seems you're losing. No, you're kind of, but in reality, if you know how to take care of the mind, purify all these mental afflictions, give rise, loving kindness, then you see, when you're totally, your mind's imbued with all this loving kindness. When your mind is ornamented, the beautiful, like the flower of the loving kindness, and you become beautiful, source of peace. First, for your own self, you achieve courage. Then you want to you study, practice Dharma indefatigably, without any getting tired. You just practice the Dharma. You just enjoy the Dharma. You never get tired. See. Then when you have that kind of great loving kindness, then compassion is just there. When you see the suffering of all sentient beings. So then you realize the emptiness of all phenomena. All the six realms are nothing but nature of emptiness. So in the Bodhisattva, our dimension, said, the great Bodhisattvas who have realized the great Bodhicitta, loving kindness, compassion, and the emptiness, and they voluntarily go to hell realm, hungry ghosts, animal realm, and help those without any fears. without any expectation, it's because of the realization of the bodhicitta, realization of the wisdom of the emptiness. So without any fear, you just practice these teachings. So loving kindness, compassion. When you have such kind of great loving kindness, compassion, then what's the total solution of the suffering? What's the total method to achieve the absolute peace and happiness? What would you say? Yes. Yeah, give me a tip. Oh, what is the answer? What it means? Read here, cherishing others over myself, the collection of aspiration and action vow. You see. Now that you see yourself just one individual. Okay. Others, countless. So we can democracy. Say the democratic system. Who is more important? One individual or all sentient beings? See, that's the idea, isn't it? Democracy. Here, see, not just one state, one city, one country, whole universe. So you just say, cherishing others over myself means I'm just one individual. Not just cherish yourself, but cherish all the sentient beings. Means you wish all other to attain Buddhahood. Because attending Buddhahood is the total solution to have all the peace and happiness. It's the total solution to free from the suffering. So to do that, first we need practice of loving kindness and compassion. To practice that, we have to reflect on the suffering of samsara. You see? So, no? And the causality. Yeah. So, as he said, question of expression. First, you wish all sentient beings to attain Buddhahood. Now, you have such great aspiration that you want every sentient being to attain Buddhahood, but no one has achieved when we have not achieved Buddhahood. What to do? What to do to become Buddha? This is the next action vows. In the action vows, what do you have? How to act in the action vow. The main thing is what it means is purify all our limitation. Our limitations that what we have, when we need to purify them. And develop our ability capacity to help others. What prevents us, of our limitation to helping others? These are mental afflictions. The three poisons. And you see this arrogance, the greeds, the pride, these that when we have within us, they make us very limited. Get this, like say, when I'm helping others, I'm very easily irritated. I'm very easily disappointed. When I'm very irritated, I cannot help others. When I'm angry, I cannot help others, So they sometimes say, I really want to help, but they are so bad, I'm not happy with what they're doing, This we're so limited, So what we should do this? So we have to purify our limitations. Just have to work. So first, the Milarepa went to retreat. Like Buddha went to the retreat. All the great masters they did, Kampopa, look at the lifestyle of Kampopa. He went to retreat for many years. Lord Sumon, you see, first he received all the teachings, then he went to retreat for 7 years. When they finally purify all those limitations, obscurations, what I'm talking about, and they fully blossomed all the excellent qualities. Then their activities are unlimited. Is something good? Okay. So that's what's called action. What will be action? First, we purify ourselves. Our action develops stronger loving kindness, compassion. Then there comes the courage. And then you see the Shadideva's text mentioned in the last chapter, as long as the space remains, as long as the sentient beings remain, may I endure to benefit all sentient beings. She has that kind of great courage. So the Buddha's teaching is such a precious, source of the peace, source of joy. And this teaching is given to everybody, every sentient being who are interested. There's no prejudice. There's no boundary. Everybody is welcome. So you can see in Buddha's his own life. So there was there's a story. You know, Brahmin is a caste, very high caste, you know, and very privileged. In India, there's a caste system. The Brahmin is the highest, you know, it's called priesthood. But in one family, they gave a birth of a child. He grown up the family. But to be Brahmin, you have to memorize some prayers that the child could not memorize. The parent tried so much, and he himself tried to memorize. Then at the end, they failed. So then the parents said, "We're so sorry. We don't want to, but we have no choice. Now you have to leave the family." And that child, you know, who's teenage, he was very sad, wandering village to village, nowhere to go, helpless. So one day he met Buddha, and Buddha saw him, his confused, suffering so much. Buddha said, "Would you like to come with me?" And the child said, "Can I come with you?" So then he was so happy the Buddha accepted him. So then Buddha took him in the temple. There's a temple where the monks gathering, doing prayers. So Buddha gave him a work to do. Just gave him a broom to clean the floors, you know, every day. And Buddha brings the lunch for him. So he was so happy. Just Buddha accepted me. And for many days, months, years, he was cleaning. Wow. So through this, his great joy, appreciating, you know, how privileged he was, that his mind become more clear. So then one day Buddha said, "Can you memorize this?" And he said, the child said, "Yes, I will try." Oh, clean the dust and purify the dust, the two words. And then when Buddha said that, he repeated, "So yes, I can do this." Then he was so happy. Then Buddha said, "You just chant this and just clean wrong." And he did. He was every day he was so happy. Just it's like his mantra. No, his mind become more clear, more relaxed. You know. After a few years, see, then he suddenly realized, while he was cleaning, you know, the dust is not the dust of the outside. The dust is the dust of the mind. If the mental dust is clean, purified, the outer dust is purified. No? That time he achieved Arhat. You see, how Buddha has great compassion and skill to help others. So that's the kind of the skill that has measured Angulimala, with such great anger, hatred, who could kill 999 people, and Buddha, with the skill, with the wisdom, compassion, helped such. Now this boy who is such a stupid, ignorant, Buddha helped that. So like this Buddha's stories. So these kind of things can, if we practice, we can get the benefit. And look at the Venerable's life story. When he meet each individual, how Venerable skillfully handled. You see. When one day Venerable went, there's a group of people in the field harvesting, People are also singing, and they're busy. And then Venerable went there, said, then there's what you want. He said, I want a lunch, something to eat. And there was a young woman. Look at their house there. There's one house you see, go there and wait, I will come. And Venerable went there. And he knocked the door. There was an old lady. As soon as she saw the Venerable, she was so furious. And from the kitchen, a handful of ash, filled up, coming out to throw on the Venerable's face. But she said, look, this kind of beggar, said, sometimes they go to the mountain where all the nomads, they ask for cheese and butters, and in the fall they come to the harvesting, asking what is, and she started throwing the ash in Minerva's face, and Minerva said, just wait a minute. You will have time to throw the ash on my face, but first you listen to me this. And then Minerva reaccounted her life. Now, first, when you're born in a family, you're married to a house, and now in the house you have done this. Now you are old, difficult to get up, difficult to sit down. Look at your wrinkled face. Oh, this when Minerva reaccounted all that her life, and she just in her mind exactly all things that she was experiencing, Minerva was told, and that touch in her heart. Oh. Then tears coming in her eyes. The ash in her hand just slowly went out, Meanwhile, that young woman came and she saw this old woman, tear in her eyes. So the young woman scolded Milarepa, what you are doing here? This old woman is crying, And she said, no. He didn't do anything for me because I was the one who just in the first, tried to, fight. But he told me something that all things that happened in my life. That's why I regretted what I did. And this young woman was very impressed. Oh, you both are, she said, you both are wonderful. You could say these things and she could understand what you said. You both are so wonderful, no? So like that, if you read each Venerable's life story, there's that kind of calm there when he meet different people, no? So this great person who have practiced this loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, see, and achieve that kind of ability, see. So what I'm saying is, it's a source of peace, source of wisdom, you know. When you more purify your mind, the aggression, attachment, your ignorance, then you see, you feel so relaxed yourself, and you have every ability to help others. What makes the limitation of us is because of mental afflictions. Like I can see myself, you know. So that's why we are done studying, practicing Dharma. So practice Dharma joyfully, happily, with feeling of gratitude that how Buddha taught these things, you know. In this 21st century, we need this more than ever. Then you can help many others, you see. Okay, do you need a short break? Banza sato samaya, mano palaya, batra sato tenyoba, tija deto mebawa, sudu kayo mebawa, sudu kayo. Anorado mebawa, sarva sete me prayata, sarva kurma suzamaya, chetan shriya, kuru hum, ha ha. Sarva tata gata badra mamyo, muzamba zembawa ma samaya satu. Yeah, thank you. Maybe 15 minutes is good. Be back, 3:45. 2 minutes before fill. Thank you very much. Yes. 다 어디 뭐 사서 말다. Okay.
Water. Yeah. He has hot water. No, he has hot water. So maybe just, yeah, that's from the morning.
Morning, yeah.
Yeah, this was, he needs a new tea bag.
Yeah. Please put here.
Okay.
Okay.
Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Om Namo Guru Benzra Chinkadrai Lokyanantarana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom Sindhi Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om Namo Guru Bensra Drikung Lokyanatharana Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahum Om สิ่งดีพาลาหง Cindy xin đi tha la hồng. Om Nam Mô Guru Bensra Trinh Trai Lokyananda Ratna Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom. Om Namo Guru Bensra Trinh Trai Lokyananda Ratna Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom. Om Namo Guru Bensra Trinh Trai Lokyananda Ratna Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom. Om Namo Guru Bensra Trinh Trai Lokyananda Ratna Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom. Om Namo Guru Bensra Trinh Trai Lokyananda Ratna Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom. Om Namo Guru Bensra Trinh Trai Lokyananda Ratna Shri Mula Guru Mahamudra Sindhi Palahom.
Julia, James, dinner, James Dennis is to Jim Dinseri. Ko Tamo, what a chozo, Boston chozo, titulary. No, Jim Dins. That's a detention. Do the leisure. Jajuna, Jaji, Jain Jasota. 저도 그걸로 뭐 때려. 근데 남았어는 오케이. 반도사도 사마야, 반도사야, 반도사도 수도가요 멤버와 수도가요 멤버와 아니면도 멤버와 설마시 설마수사면 저던 실력 구루 훈 서와다다가다 바드라마 메모다 바르젠바 사마야 사도 thank you. So we are now discussing about him. Verse 5. Yes.
So sorry.
What happened?
Unmute. Yeah. Okay.
Okay now?
Yeah.
Better? Okay. Mark the Demilius. Kuzo Nema Chozo, Bolder Chozo, Tambo, Dere, Ning Shasa. Tedua, Ning the Malaysia, the Steve, the Los Angeles, Kozo Sanyama, that was some can watch us. We're all getting old. Here, my friends, I see here some of my friends here, the old folks like him, David Kuhn, and Mark Hoyle, and Victoria there.
I was 39 when I met you.
39, so still okay. And you see, like here, Zach is this young man. He came to TMC in Washington, D.C. when he was about 10 or 11 years old. Now he's 46. You can imagine, So wonderful. They're not giving up the Dharma, So hanging in there. Yeah, when we rely on the Dharma, always precious. Of course, we go through difficult lives because of our own mental afflictions. We have that. But in the Dharma, there's always this, it just gives us some hope, some peace, some happiness. If you don't give up, If you give up, then what should we do? So here, as mentioned, verse 5 said the root of Dharma, you see, loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. So it's called loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. So we're touching about this aspiration bodhicitta and action bodhicitta. See, that's what's called relative bodhicitta. And bodhicitta, you see, if you read the Shadideva's text, Bodhisattva Avatara, the first chapter is the benefits of the bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is the essence of the Buddha's sutra teaching, which is also without which Vajrayana is not possible. So bodhicitta is the highway towards the enlightenment, the heart teaching of the Buddha, the source of all the peace and happiness that exists in the world is because of bodhicitta. Bodhicitta, there's a ground bodhicitta, the path of bodhicitta, and the fruition bodhicitta. Okay, the path of the bodhicitta. Bodhi means awakened mind. Citta means mind. The awakened mind, the ground awakened mind is the Buddha nature. That the seed, what we have. Just you ask, you see, generally just reflect. Every everybody, not only human beings, even insects, birds, no, animals, sea mammals, everyone desire for peace and happiness. Why? Nobody appreciates the suffering, physical or mental suffering. Why? What's the logic there? Doesn't matter where they are, south, west, north, different colors, different size, rich or poor, educated, uneducated. You ask that question. Because Buddha nature, see. Buddha nature means your desire for peace and happiness. That is total, unafflicted, undefiled peace. Okay. That's pervaded to every sentient being. That's the capital we have. So to reveal that Buddha nature, you see, then we have to practice the relative bodhisattva, the path bodhisattva. To like see, as I mentioned, all those conditions we need. First, reflect the impermanence, the causalities, suffering of samsaras, taking refuge, all this we need as a condition, as a cause to cultivate bodhicitta. Then once you cultivate that bodhicitta, now say, first, I wish every sentient beings to free from suffering and achieve enlightenment. So in the Abhisama Alakara mentioned, the ornament, the clear ornament in that text. Semji Pani Shendechi. What means cultivation bodhicittas? Desire to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. See, that's the aspiration bodhicitta. Such a marvelous thought. See, just look at any country, any place. If you help somebody who's need, if you help sincerely, kindly, that individual who needs the help, but have no any ability to do anything, and if you have that, and that person will so appreciate it, and you feel how good about it, even just to one person. Now, if you cultivate that mind to all the sensitivities you can imagine, such a precious thought, the source of all the peace. And as I mentioned, happiness is the flavor of the peace. When you have a peace, you see, in the morning, you wake up, go outside, the sky is so clear, there's not so much thing to worry about your life, everything goes well, and you have good, a bowl of eat breakfast, you sit outside, you feel so peaceful. And from that feeling of peace, there's happiness. So you feel light. Your mind is more open. And you say, I can help other people. There's more space in the mind, You look at this, so this is what Buddha is talking about. Loving kindness, compassion is about that. It's not a religious training. It's the training from the empirical method way. See? So just reflect on this how, if you could do this way, how much you can get benefit. So as I mentioned many times, it's not a conversion, converting into something different belief, from this belief to another belief, So this is not a conversion. This is how to understand the reality of your life, to open up your mind, to see what makes sense. That's why it's mentioned the three things when we go through. It's very important. Plus hearing, you hear, you read books, just get all the information put together, get that. Then second, contemplation means investigate, make sure you understood, it makes sense. Not just I believe so, not just empirically what it makes sense. Then once you find it makes sense, empirically it makes sense, then you put it to practice. And then your experience becomes more kind of profound. And from that, you get real understanding. Just hearing, listening, reading, you get some information, but not the complete. Real understanding comes from the practice. Then you say it's definite. So that's why it's very important to read the life story of Buddha, the life story of Milarepa, how Miller went through and how he experienced. And then likewise, there's some other great teachers, their life story, Then there's reading those life stories of great masters, reading the text itself, contemplating. So this all, then the quotations of the great masters, from Buddhas. If you can bring all this together, then you will make such a good understanding of your Dharma. And then you follow, practice yourself, which will come later, there's coming. Not just only all the time investigating, investigating, all the time investigate. You can get anything, if you don't practice. You have to practice some. Some will encourage you, yes, investigate, your whole life you just keep investigating, and then not so much benefit, So, see, that's what's called the action, as you mentioned, action bodhicitta. First, you aspire to cultivate bodhicitta. Then action bodhicitta, as mentioned, the three training, or the 6 paramitas, they call practice of generosity. Practice of generosity is to open your mind. Our mind is so confined, trapped, entangled within our mental confusion. To break through that, it's a practice of generosity. Generosity is not just only giving, releasing the attachment, most thing. Then you see giving fearlessness, those who need. Then especially giving the skillful means, sharing the wisdom to others. It is a wide range. But first, the giving is from the 6 paramita. The giving is most easy. It is easy to give 5 notes than to practice moral ethics. Moral ethics is more difficult than just giving. Then next, moral ethic means, as I mentioned, what Buddha prescribed. All this Buddha's prescription, what to do, following that means collecting all the wisdom, all the qualities, and prescribe all our shortcoming, negative thoughts, actions, getting rid of this, purifying. So these 2 the prescription and prescription. See, when Buddha said, don't do this, means there's something's wrong with that, you know. Maybe we don't know. Sometimes you say, no, I don't want to do that, you know. Okay. And next, moral ethics, see, and patience. Patience means bearing, forbearance, bearing the consequences. That sometimes you face difficult things. So I can handle that. I can go for all that because it's a good thing to do. So it has a courage, no fear. Patience has some negative connotation, weakness, you know. Be patient. Yes, okay. I said, yeah. Do nothing, you know. Waste your time. Be patient. See, that's not the real here. Patience really means forbearance, bear the difficult conditions without fear. Milarepa said, you know, Chikpa Parun, Supajawa, Wanamas. There's no such car. Patience, as say, no, fearlessness, yes. When there's fearlessness, then there's a patience, there's a forbearance. And then you see, through this, look at in our mind, a lot of negative thoughts come. Anger, hatred, attachment, ego. This all need to be purified. To do that, we need strength, courage, forbearance. Then this fourth one, perseverance, you know, joyous effort. It's called perseverance. Why we need to do the perseverance? It's not something you have to do it, but this is something we do it to purify all the cause of the suffering and engaging in all the cause for peace and happiness. So when you do that, do it joyfully. Sometimes not so easy, but even in samsara, when people go for war, risking their life, still they do it. But this is our inner war, fighting with the mental afflictions. Our mental afflictions, that's the enemy we have from beginningless lifetime up until now. Nobody can throw us in the hell realm, hungry ghost, animal realm, but these mental afflictions. When these mental afflictions in the mind, then we become restless. And then we create all such kind of environment. And you are the one who's experienced all the suffering. And then you give suffering to others. See? So that moment you feel the heroin. The other people who makes you suffering, very seldom, few times, not all the time, but it's just conditioning. But the inner mental affliction in Sanskrit is called klesha. Anybody know here klesha? Anybody who knows klesha? Nobody knows klesha. Okay. This is Sanskrit, it's called klesha. So we have translated the afflictive emotions, mental afflictions, delusions. All these mental delusions, that's what we have. And then it just gives us all this, through us, in this life gives us such great suffering. No, you are so depressed because of the mental affliction. And you see this, the Lord like this, no, in the world is, everywhere, everybody has that. It's not just Buddhist, but it's Buddhist one who's talking about this. Buddha talked about this because this mission is very complex subject. You cannot see from the machine, like a great scientist, they use so kind of powerful machine, they measure the brain, all this, but they cannot see this mental affliction or power of the mind, the profundity of the mind, the vastness of the mind, because it has no color to see. It has no, what you call, it's a non-composite factors. Non-composite factors, what does that mean? It is consciousness. That consciousness cannot see from the machine. It's like a space. Can the machine measure the space? Difficult, isn't it? What it looks like. So this is outer space and inner space. Our mind is called inner space. As limitless as the outer space, likewise the inner space. No measurement, no beginning, no end, no fringes. You see? So that mind, when it's occupied by these mental delusions, then it creates all sorts of problem in our life. So we have to identify that and acknowledge that. And then within that, the Dharma is the only medicine to heal that mind. No any delicious food give us this happiness. No, you can build such a mansion. And you're just staying in such a beautiful mansion. They're staying like in the heaven. No. See. So out of all the conditions we can appreciate when the mind is purified, when the mind is relaxed. See. So this loving kindness, compassion is the wealth. Bodhicitta is jewel, wish-fulfilling jewel that we have to impute within our mind. And that's it. Wherever you are, just is enlightenment, is a peace. So that when you have that, it's called uncreated peace, undefiled peace. When these all defilements are purified, then you have the undefiled peace. So this we have individually, we have to make effort. That's the real Dharma. That's what Buddha taught. When Buddha achieved enlightenment, awakened, he said, I found such a profound nature. Because mind is so profound. And I found the total peace, because the nature of the mind is total peace. And I realized free from all the liberation, because my mind is no limit. And it's not just mere empty, it's naturally, it's luminosity, all the perfect qualities. and it is uncompounded. Nobody has created that. It's within us. See, so this is, I teach you to actualize this. You should experience yourself. So that's why we need all the steps, because mind is so profound, so complex. For that, see, action vows to treasure these as precious. See, we should such a treasure. Yes, you see, as your own eyes. If somebody hits on your head, instead of protecting your head, you immediately protect your eyes. See, the eyes are so precious. So you protect this loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. It's more than you do your eyes. In such case, if your eyes is gone, it's gone for this life. But if you protect the eye of this bodhicitta, life after life, will have such great eye, the source of all the peace and happiness. Eyes and heart, you see. He has not mentioned brain. He said eye and eye and heart. Why? Which is more important, heart or brain? Both. And eye? Okay. Anyway, eyes. Why? I don't know. Maybe I'm making something wrong, mistake. Yeah. No? Yes. Untimely making noise. So eyes and heart, and to uphold them, you see, bring them in your heart. Finally, is my heartfelt advice. So precious, you see. Okay? These are first very important. We should understand, okay? Even though you know those things, you have received those teachings from many different great teachers, and you have read many books, including the Jewel Ornament of Liberation and the Bodhisattva Avatara and so forth. This all describe about the loving kindness, compassion, bodhicittas, all this repeated one after another, But just to reinforce, we need to reinforce again and again, so that we can get the message, rooted into our heart. Then we just say there's no other alternative. No, see. Okay, then. So this all up to this is here. Also, you can talk about the emptiness here. Up to this is all the sutra systems. Okay. Emptiness is something that is not a Buddhist philosophy. Some people say, Buddhists believe emptiness. Emptiness is a Buddhist philosophy. Have you heard of that? Emptiness is not a Buddhist philosophy. It's the philosophy of the phenomena. How everything constitutes within the emptiness. But Buddha came to realize that emptiness, and he talked about that. And emptiness is the ultimate solution of the mental afflictions. In the Heart Sutra, the form is emptiness, and emptiness is the form. Form is no other than emptiness, and emptiness is also no other than form. See? So the form is relative state. Emptiness is the ultimate state. So when you say form is emptiness, it's the very relative nature itself is nothing but empty. And that emptiness is manifest as into the form, relative state. When you know thoroughly about relative state, no, then you realize everything is emptiness. So you just reflect that. That's what look at in our mind. Our ego is emptiness, and emptiness is ego. Ego is no other than emptiness. Our attachment is emptiness, and emptiness is our attachment. You see, my mental affliction that I have is emptiness. So when you realize that, then you just, what you call, your mental affliction has no soul. Mental afflictions dissolve into emptiness, has no effect, because you realize that very nature of the mental affliction is nothing but emptiness. See, that's the reality nature of the all phenomena. When Kambupa, one time he was giving teaching with few people in his room. So there he was talking about the emptiness of appearance. So then there's in his just a very small room, and there's one pillar there. He just cut his hand through the pillar. And this was called emptiness, because he realized, when you realize, that happens. That very appearance here you see, the form you see itself, that nature itself is nothing but empty. But at the same time, it appears inseparable. So inseparable of the ultimate and related nature. So this is our goal to realize. When you achieve that, it will be end of our suffering. This is way how to exhaust the cause of the suffering. It's the exhaustion of the cause of the suffering. So it's not a Buddhist philosophy, but Buddha realized that and taught that. So you see how precious the teachings are. Those who are receiving this, how fortunate we should be. It's not just Buddhist philosophy, the Buddhist system. But Buddha taught this, how everything functions. Everything functions within the framework of the emptiness. Emptiness is not something, nothing. Nor something existence. See? So this, I'm just sharing this up to this is all the sutra system. because next is coming Vajrayana. Here you see. The Vajrayana path leads to the attainment of awakening with what has been transmitted as the essence, the path of ripening and liberation. The three vows are always transmuting upwards to slowly exert yourself. In them is my heartfelt advice.
It's agreeing with you.
Disagree?
It agrees with you.
Oh, that's good. Let go. Let it be. Okay. That's good. So now Vajrayana, see, you have heard of Tantra. There's a Buddhist Tantra, non-Buddhist Tantra. And Buddhist Tantra, what we need is first we need the renunciation, means renounce the samsara. As you see, as mentioned, the samsara is state of nothing but state of suffering. As long as we're the samsara, suffering is always pervading. Suffering is there without choice. So seeing that nature, I want to free from samsara. Like myself, all sentient beings should be free from suffering. So we need some sense of the renunciation. It's called renunciation doesn't mean don't eat food, don't wear clothes, don't have a shelter. No. Here renounce means attachment to samsara. Renounce that. On the basis of that, you take refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, as I have described this morning. Then after being taking refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, then this practice this loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, and so forth, those emptiness and this related bodhicitta, absolute bodhicitta, so forth. This. Then comes the Vajrayana practice. Oh, has something emotional feeling. There's some disagreement, Okay, then that's how, with this all foundation, you start Vajrayana, Buddhist Tantra. Now, how you differentiate Vajrayana and the Sutra? What's the demarcation? It is the empowerment. Where they need initiation ceremony, empowerment ceremony to practice something, deity, yoga, like say Chenresi, Tara, and any other deity yoga practice where they need empowerment, apishaka. That's belong to Vajrayana Tantra teachings. And that empowerment, apishaka, doesn't need to practice something. It's the sutra system. Okay? So that's why here comes, see, ripening. So ripening is apishaka. Means to ripen, to make a proper vessel, we need apishaka. And it's very profound, not easy. Usually, our teachers, they don't give so much details about these explanations. First of all, in Vajrayana, the 4 stages of the Tantra, Kriya Tantra, Charya Tantra, Yoga Tantra, Anuttara Tantra, especially Anuttara Tantra, the highest Yoga Tantra. Then there's a very elaborated ceremony, the 4 empowerments, the base empowerment, the secret empowerment, the wisdom empowerment, the 4th empowerment. And each has the ceremony and explanations how to purify this. We have these 5 skandha, 5 aggregates, the 5 aggregates, the form, and feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness. This all together, what we have is called 5 aggregates. Once you see in the form, the body, what we have, the form, what you see, the eyes organ, ears, nose, tongue, the body, there are 5 organs. From the eyes, you see, from the eye, with the organ consciousness, eye consciousness, you see the forms. From the ear consciousness, you can hear the sound. And then from the nose, you smell all the odors. Then from the tongue, you see all the experiences, taste and tactile, the body. But from this all, most powerful, the eyes, you see. Eyes goes everywhere, and all just looking at the eyes, all the descriptions, this, all colors, all this goes through the eyes. About, like I said, from the 100% of these 5 organs, maybe 70, 80, 60, 70, 80 in the mind thoughts comes from these eyes. Consciousness that give message to the mental consciousness. Sound, sometimes. Tongues when you are hungry. See. So then through the Vajrayana practice, as is mentioned, we have the Buddha nature. Since we have the Buddha nature, the basic is called basic goodness. There, the ground, the Vajrayana system, then is allow you transmute, it's a measure, transmute. So transform our body into 5 Buddhas, and there are 5, they're called 5 wisdoms. The 5 mental afflictions transform into 5 wisdoms. So there's so many details to transform. Each, when you perform the ceremony, initiation, should be explained, details, step by step, this. Because first, the base empowerment is more complex. You feel better, Tom? Okay. Okay. Yes. So you, through this empowerment ceremony, anyway, all ordinary state of the mind transform into enlightened state. So to do this, first we have to understand everything's illusory nature. Nothing exists permanently as we perceive. Transitory nature. No. First, to do this practice of bodhicitta, loving kindness, compassion, is so important. You look and say, in your mind has love and compassion, and everyone is so beautiful. You see, like a mother, when her mother who cares her child, even her handicapped child, for the mother, she perceives that handicapped child so beautiful, you know, so cherishing. See, you see, when you have desire to have everybody to have peace and happiness, you see, you want everyone to be happy. There's no any negative thoughts. Such a pure mind, you see. That's why these fastos are so precious, you know. Compassion, those who are suffering, you cannot tolerate the suffering of others. So, like a mother who has no any ability to help child, if the child is carried by the water, how she will feel. So that's practice of compassion to all others. No, meditate that, practice that. This is first very important, you know. Make the foundation for the Vajrayana practice. Then bodhicitta, say, when you practice bodhicitta, you are just, you all sessions here dear to you. No one is, no one is out of that boundary of the dearness. And on the basis of that, in the Vajrayana practice, you see this way, gradually, step by step, you transform all enlighten. It's a method to purify our mental obscurations. That we have so much accumulated these negative thoughts from hundreds and thousands of limitless lifetime. We just constructed all this. So these teachings are method to deconstruct all this cause of suffering and rebuild our inner basic goodness for the enlightenment. So it says, so this is what the method how to achieve enlightenment, you know. With what has been transmitted as the essence of the path of the ripening and liberation, then there comes this in general in the Buddha's teaching, you know, the vows called this Vinaya vows, Bodhisattva's vow, Vajrayana vows, you see, all the vows are built upward step by step. All are without contradiction, just purify, becomes more subtle, more precise. All are designed that Buddha skillfully to obliterate total delusions. So one can achieve your estimation, reveal your total nature of yourself. So this got three vows, no contradiction. They support each other. As mentioned this morning, they are building the foundation Because you need a good foundation. There's a Vinaya vow. Then on that you build all the different stories, Bodhisattva's vow. Then you see at the end, Vajrayana vows. This all makes a method to achieve complete Buddhahood. Okay. This car, when the Lamji can't they can't neck and dead out the paper. So make every effort. Sometimes some teacher may tell you, on Vinaya, these things are not allowed. In Vinaya, you are not allowed to drink, not allowed to eat something such. And then in Vajrayana, you are allowed to drink, and they become wild, You see, what's the point then? Why not? If that's the case, why not Buddha teach right from the beginning? Say, everybody practice Vajrayana. Because Vinaya is so difficult, forget it. Enjoy your life, go ahead, all. You see, there's some teach you that. That's why people, they don't like to take the old Vinaya vows. But there's the rush to get the empowerment. When there's empowerment, there's so many people coming, because they got the information. But at the end, no one is enlightened to what happened, what went wrong. See. So we should investigate that carefully, So why? There's some people, they took so many empowerments, maybe 10, 20 empowerments. At the end, they also give up the Dharma teachings, because they got information. Oh, Vajrayana is very fast, Enlightenment is very fast, very easy, quick, like a rocket, like a rocket land in the moon, And then people are so excited about that. And at the end, they have not landed in the moon. They landed in the harem, Then nothing works, This I'm just teasing. But it's very important to wish, don't just I follow because they said so. You have your own wisdom. You have your own ability. Use this ability. Then look at the mission, look at the mind. What makes the mind to purify? What makes the mind to develop more attachment, aggressions? See, it's very important to witness yourself so you don't destroy yourself. As I mentioned, nobody can destroy you except by yourself. See, so that's why you have to, your own witness. So Buddha said, you are your own protector. You are your own destroyer. You are your own witness. Buddha explained all those very precisely. If somebody, that's this just at the beginning mention, the guru, the ability, the quality gurus are so important. Guru should have all this wisdom to understand the causality, the function of the causality. Therefore, now, time flies. What do you think now? There are 4 reasonings I thought to say, but no time now. Okay. The 3 vows are always transmitting upwards. To strongly exert yourself in them is my heartfelt advice. This advice is so precious, Very sincerely. So as practitioner, not to go wrong. No, follow the right path. Okay. Then next, the root of Siddhi is the Vajra master. Respectfully protect the precious Samaya, the main downfalls, and the branches that have been taught to take into experience. This root is my heartfelt advice. First, root guru again. To be good root guru is very difficult. The root guru who should be highly established in the understanding the Dharma, especially the practice experience. That's why we say advise or we do visualizing Vajradhara. You see, like Lord Jigdil Sungun, like Lord Buddha. You visualize them, receive your vow. You see, because I'm your root guru, To be your root guru, I have to be rooted. When I'm not rooted, how I can be your root guru, But Buddha's blessing is always there. They say, wherever you meditate Buddha, Buddha is there. Because Buddha's bodhicitta, Buddha is the embodiment of bodhicitta. And that bodhicitta is pervaded to all sentient beings until the end of the samsara. As mentioned in Shantideva's text, as long as the space remains, as long as the sentient beings remain, may I endure to benefit all sentient beings. You see, that Buddha has practiced that bodhicitta and perfected that. And Buddha is everywhere. So that's why just bring the Buddha in front of you and visualize. Receive the vow from that Buddha. So that's the root of Siddhi, is the Vajra master. So when you receive the empowerments, vows from that Buddha, or great masters, highly accomplished masters, then respectfully protect the precious Samaya. With the Samaya, Tamzik, Tamzik. Samaya means in Tibetan, Tamzik. is the word of the precious one. All the Buddha's teachings are tamasic, precious word. So whatever Buddha taught, we just follow that. Buddha cannot make any mistake. If Buddha makes the mistake, then we have problem. You know? No. There's some intellectual master, they say, if you find some Buddha's word, some mistake, we have to get rid of that, you know. Then I think we have a big problem, you know. Because Buddha's teachings are always in the presence of the inseparable of the luminosity and wisdom, unwavering from that state and taught Dharma teachings. From within the sphere of the pervasive wisdom. Because Buddha purified all the obscurations. Nothing left over. Any of the obscurations. So how Buddha can make mistake? So we cannot find any mistake this Buddha made. If we find, say, this Buddha made this mistake, that means we're confused a little bit. We don't have enough ability to penetrate the Buddha's word. So, Samayam, the main downfall, and then there are 14 root, I'm sure you have heard of, there are 14 root downfalls, and the 8 branches downfalls. So you find here, we have our center has very good teacher. You can ask them and they can tell you. Okay. That have been taught to take into experience this root is my heartfelt. Nyamnesawa, Ningbu, Koy Ningdami. Todung Yala Jeba, Sumba, Nyamnesawa. So we protect the root downfalls, the branch downfalls. Don't follow into these root and branch downfalls. Don't allow that happen to you. Be sincere to yourself. Basically, as mentioned, is sincere to yourself. That helps us. We go to 8. I'll read the 8th one. Since the source of all good quality is heedfulness, abandon distraction and remain a secluded place, hidden away like a wounded deer. To dwell alone is my heartfelt advice. This, especially this chapter, and the Bodhisattva, the 4th chapter, all the 4th chapter is about this heedfulness, alertness, always alert, heedful, what's happening. Especially as a beginner, what you're looking, what you're hearing, what that affects you, what you're thinking, that what it affects you, be alert, be heedful, be mindful. Is like, it's like, say, careful. very careful about yourself. Carefulness, heedfulness. So that from that, you have, then you get all the opportunity to, you see your limitation, what to purify. You see what kind of opportunity have you to gather into your mind. And the kunji payu yinpechi, and then kunshi payu, and the kunji shi. The basis of all the excellent quality is this mindfulness, heedfulness. So therefore, say, abandon distraction and remain in a secluded or solitude in a place. That's why recommended by yourself. Be in the solitude, be in the retreat. Then you see there's no distraction. And you know what you're doing, what you're thinking. You can have all the opportunity to watch, to protect yourself. Say, hidden away like a wounded deer. When the deer is wounded, always so cautious. If something sound is there, run away. First of all, the deer is so fearful, When even drink a few mouthful of water, then watching and eating grass, little bit, just watching what's going around. And if especially wounded, then always, careful, watchful. So solitude, hidden away like a deer, wounded. That means you always be mindful yourself. When you are mindful yourself, doesn't matter whether you are in the solitude place or in the society, because your mindfulness is always with you. So you have to understand that, okay? And those who have got you, if those who got the opportunity to go to solitude, secluded places, of course, it's good opportunity. And those who don't have that kind of opportunity, just then always mindful yourself, protect yourself. Otherwise, sometimes you are in the solitude, but your mind is wandering everywhere. You are in your room, meditating, chanting mantras. Your mind goes everywhere, and sometimes you don't know where your mantras are now counted, how many you counted, So to dwell alone means to dwell alone, make your mind yourself. You protect yourself. This is my heartfelt advice. Okay. Looks like 9 is good to read, not so much to explain, because this number 8, it is explained mostly about that. So furthermore, indulging in heedlessly is like, see, packs of wild deer, wounded deer, living in isolated solitude places, but you see, wasting away your lives. With urgency and diligence, exhort yourself forcefully to abandon distraction is my heartfelt advice. It's part of the first, the 8, you know. Similarly, it's just more reinforced. So today we keep here this much. Anybody has any questions? Yes,
Well, number 8.
yes, number 8.
This is good,
Huh?
right? Since the source of all good qualities is heedfulness.
Heedfulness, yes.
Source of good qualities.
Yes.
In 21, it says there's no need for any crude fabricated heedfulness.
What's that?
That's my question.
40 what?
Yes, in 21, verse 21.
21.
I guess maybe we can wait for that tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's you can do 20 tomorrow. Said, Rasam done it to the Tawala, Turchet, Tinsi, Subsu, Mikub. One that conscious, Zimmy, young man. You see, again, there's a young man, no distraction there. Shut it, so you do know. Cooling them. Again, you see, you look at it here. Being beyond intellect, whatever arises, don't fixate, but be in the state of non-distraction. See, so same thing. Yeah. It doesn't contradict. Do you think so?
No.
Do you find any contradiction?
No, and that's why.
Then why?
Wow.
Why? There's nothing to clarify. You see, there's nothing to clarify.